and it'll ask you to select your polyline right here. And it comes up with an X of where the starting point will be. So that will be 1 plus 0, 0, or 100. And then it'll ask you to your station start. And it does it in the hundreds feet. And it'll prompt you to name it. I don't normally put a description, but it tells you. So now the alignment is created, and it automatically sets it current. If you want to change the alignment, you just pull down A to alignments, set current alignment, and it tells you the ones that we've created, but we'll keep it that one. From there, we go to the profile portion of it. And that's to create the vertical profile. So under the A, profiles, we want to select surfaces, and we want to set our current surface. I'm going to delete these two later, but as an example, we used EG temp, the one that we just made. So we want to sample our surface from there. And we select existing ground, and then sample from surface, and it'll prompt you to this box. And it's asking us if we want to sample from left to right, and we do, so we check that. This one will import the lines, the offset lines. So it'll sample 12 feet left of the alignment that we created and 12 feet right. You can change it to whatever number you need, but generally 12 feet is usually just what we use. But this will import the grid lines, and we don't necessarily need those. And then we hit OK. And it says it's going to begin at 100 and end at our end station. And it says we sampled 240 feet of existing ground. So that creates the ground that we, it takes the vertical data and associates it with the alignment that we just made. From there, we want to go to profiles, create a profile, and then do a full profile. And this tells you the station that we start at. So our alignment kind of went further, or the surface didn't start until 121.25, so it didn't sample outside of that area. So our profile is actually going to start at this station and end at this one, because it didn't pick up any contours on the outsides. Then it has your lowest elevation of your contours and your highest elevation, the datum which it'll set at, and the vertical scale, which will match the scale that your drawing is at. When you create a profile, you can create it from left to right. But say your driveway, the street is over on the right-hand side, and you want your driveway to start 100 on the right and go up to the left, you can change it to go the opposite direction by clicking that. We don't generally use left and right profiles, but what that generates is if you have a center line and you want to do left and right curve profiles, that's something more in depth, and we're going to do a future meeting for more technical and advanced profile stuff. So then we want to create the grid. Make sure you click Import Grid. In the horizontal spacing, always prompts at 50. I change it to 10. Vertical spacing, I changed to 2. And the grid height will vary depending on what you're drawing, you know, houses, basements, all that. So you kind of have to factor that into your datum and how high you want your profile to be. So we'll just make this one 100. And then you hit OK, and it wants the starting point of your profile. So I'm going to click in there, and it says delete existing profile layers. Always say no, because what that will do will delete the existing ground lines and all that data for every single profile in there. And you prompt through, and you have your profile. If this was the first profile that we created in this drawing, we would have to, it'll all come in white. All the colors, the profile layers aren't set. So you type in upload. And then down here, you type profile. And you load the profile whisper team. Load and close. And then in the prompt, you type players. And that will change everything to the right color and automatically update your profile layers to what they're supposed to look like. So now that you have your proposed or your existing grade,